Well, Paul Felder wants his teammate Sean Brady's nickname to be Brickhouse, and I'm not sure there's a more appropriate moniker for this guy than that. Have you ever seen a fighter respond better to a loss than Sean Brady did against Kelvin Gastelum after he was humbled by Bilal remembered the name Muhammad? This man's wrestling and grappling and sheer physical strength is as scary a proposition, I would think, for any future welterweight contender. And now with momentum reacquired, we'll see if Sean Brady can take that requisite next step.
This fight is yours. They got nothing on you. Let's go.
Well, pretty much every time out in the UFC, DC, this man has put on a striking clinic, and that is his methodology coming in here tonight. He'll try to keep the fight on the field.
And that's why we tune in, right? That's why we tune in. We tune in to see guys that are dynamic. We tune in for the speed. We tune in for the knowledge of the striking game, the ability to set traps, the ability to find the jab, the ability to find the right hand, the right kick, the left kick, the knees, the elbows. He truly uses every weapon that he has in his arsenal to try and finish his opponents. You make one mistake, night's over. You cannot make mistakes against a guy that has the striking acumen of this guy right here.
And the jab is not as underutilized a weapon as it was in MMA, say, 5 or 7 years ago, but he's got as good a jab as anyone in the business, and that is where all of his striking flows off of. We'll see how it goes for him in this matchup tonight. Leon Rocky Edwards, ready to make a statement here tonight. Our tale of the tape for this heavyweight fight. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Sean Brady! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the former UFC welterweight champion, Leon Rocky Edwards.
Referee Herb Dean will handle the action in the octagon. All right, Philadelphia, PA is on the map, courtesy of Sean Brady, one of the oncoming welterweight contenders in this division. He would tell you he's the most avoided guy in this division, but the opponent tonight had no problem signing on the dotted line. We'll see if Brady can get his wrestling game going early in this round tonight. Nice takedown defense there by the kickboxer on that first attempt. Now, a lot of our viewers like the live wagering. I'm not saying that is necessarily a sign of things to come, but the takedown defense looked pretty good.
Well, it's going to swing in his direction now, because you knew that if he was going to lose this fight, it would be because he could not defend takedowns. By defending this takedown, it gives this kickboxer a massive chance to be victorious at the end of the fight.
Brady's in half guard. A lot of top pressure being applied here as he works out of side control. Oh, he's got the knee on the belly. Could be trouble defensively.
He needs to shove the knee, hip heist, and get back up to your feet.
Lead kick is true there by Edwards. Hard shots landing on both sides here. Under 3 minutes now to go in the round. Edwards gets caught with that punch. He's lucky his head's still attached to his body.
The last time I saw an uppercut like that, it was Overeem versus Ngannou, and you know they still haven't found Alex Overeem's head.
Oh! lands him with the straight. Nice job there by Sean Brady. Well, I'm no fighter, but if I rock a guy to that extent, I feel like I'm closing the show.
Absolutely. You got to go close the show if you get a guy hurt that bad. You cannot back off and take your time. He's ripe for the picking. Go and pick the fruit.
Oh, perfect head kick there.
That's a right hand.
All right, so he's landed a few seminal uppercuts already, DC. Got to think he goes back to it.
Landed that massive shot. Now he needs to try to find the next shot, the follow-up shot that will finish the fight.
Brady goes in for the takedown now, and he gets it. Nice fight IQ there after he had gotten stunned on the feet. Postures up now and lands a devastating strike to the head. All right, so inside the open guard of his opponent. You got to be careful playing around for too long here on the ground with this guy.
This is where he wants to be.
Oh, postures up and delivers a big ground and pound strike to the head. Nicely done there by Brady. Brady's cheek looks like it's cut. Yes, it is. Starting to bleed a little bit now. Round two next.
Stop.
All right, there's the horn indicating the end of the round. So potentially a big factor here, ladies and gentlemen. The cut on the cheek sustained in that round. Certainly better to be below than above the eye, but the cut man's got to get in there and close that thing up. All right, let's now look back at some of the action from that round. He went headhunting, landed, nearly got the finish too.
A lot of coaches tell you don't headhunt. In this case, he's been headhunting, and he landed a big enough shot to truly put his opponent on notice.
You ready to fight? You ready?
Round two here. All right, so as this next round gets underway, hopefully the good action we saw in the last round will continue. Both fighters certainly had their ups and downs. Both got the offense going. But now we'll see if one fighter or the other can really take control of what has been a very close fight thus far. Oh, left hook to the head, it's blocked. Well, at times he's tried to check kicks, but he has not been effective in doing so. And now he's starting to limp a little bit.
He's starting to limp from those leg kicks. He's showing that it's hurting. That's a big sign when you watch a fighter, because a fighter never really wants to give you anything, but he can't help himself.
Moving to his left.
Nice stick to the body. Way to mix up the target. Now they separate.
Brady's in half guard. Just over 3 minutes to go. Side control now, DC. A lot of options at his disposal from here. Edwards getting touched here repeatedly with these ground and pound strikes from the top. Referee's not going to bail you out.
Beautiful ground strikes landed.
All right, so how about this? The BJJ fighter just continues to land at will on the feet. Not necessarily the way you drew it up today, Jay.
No, watching these two fight in preparation, you don't expect to see this playing out in front of you. The jiu-jitsu fighter normally is chasing takedowns, but he must have seen something in his opponent that is allowing him to get this type of success on the feet. He looks like he is evolving as a fighter, and that is very good for him and his team to see. Oh, now he's going to find himself in a little more danger.
Under the neck. Oh, and now he flattens him out, DC. A couple hooks in. This could be trouble.
Look at all that hip pressure he has into his opponent's back. Now he'll start to rain down brutal ground and pound.
And you better intelligently defend here. This could be the beginning of the end. Oh, shades of the godfather of the ground and pound, Mark Coleman, as he lands again.
Coley somewhere smiling, watching this guy land from the top position. Ref will help you here. Just as the referee will never take a guy out of mount, they will not take a guy off of your back. You have to get him out of this position.
Really doing a nice job getting these shots home on the ground. Man, another one lands. He's trying to pound his opponent's head through the canvas.
And look at him attacking the arm triangle on the other side. He's going to lock him down, try to pass all the way across his body. Once he gets across, he will start to drop his chest to the mat and chase the pin.
Oh, how good is that as he gets out?
That is great submission defense, keeping everything short and not allowing his opponent to get the submission victory.
Put the pressure on.
All right, let's look back at some of the action in that round, DC. What a high-level display of offensive wrestling.
I mean, this is a joy for me to watch. I enjoy watching a guy maintain this level of wrestling for as long as he has done this. He is constantly in his opponent's face. He's constantly taking him down. Getting taken down and getting up is exhausting. Let's see how tired his opponent is at the start of the next one.
Brady gets caught by that straight punch there. Oh, he landed another great shot to the body there. Really starting to connect at a high percentage now in the latter stages of this fight. Brady going for the takedown here, but he misses.
Ooh, head kick lands. Hurt.
Edwards' right torso starting to freeze pretty good here.
Lands a solid kick right there.
Well, they've made all...
Oh, guillotine here. Oh, nice guillotine there.
You gotta be kidding me, he's out!
Now he's got a good body position, yup.
All right, working inside the closed guard now. This is no safe place against this opponent. 3 minutes to go in round 3.
He passes to half guard.
Edwards is back in full guard.
And there you go, again, half guard. Now he's going full mount.
All right, so perhaps he's going to have to address something defensively. There is a legitimate cut around his eye.
Yeah, he got cut on the eye from that last strike. He's got to pay attention now before it gets worse. That was a slick transition.
Well, he's worked very hard on this part of his game, and these ground strikes are really starting to take their toll. Oh, and another punch on the ground gets through. May need some defense here.
Look at him attack that arm triangle on the opposite side. When it's time to finish, he will lock his hands, pass his body all the way to the opposite side, drop his chest to get all the way down to his opponent's neck to try to choke him out and finish his fight. Very smart there. You never favor submission over a dominant position.
Most fighters will tell you offensive wrestling is the hardest, most exhausting thing.
Especially if you're just running the guy over, Johnny, then he just gets up.
Posturing up now.
And now the damage is about to start.
Final third. All right, looks like he's got a couple hooks in here, DC, and defensively, you better be careful. Edwards getting worked here from the top. You don't want to take too many more of these ground and pound strikes. Landing strikes nicely here from top position. Another ground and pound strike gets home. Oh, so saved by the bell. He was getting grounded and pounded something fierce there near the end of the round. You see it's going to take him a good chunk of these 60 seconds between rounds just to get back to his feet. So a big moment here at the end of the round. We'll see if he can recover in time to make the walk here for this next round. All right, so as the cut man gets to work, we'll re-rack some replays from the previous round.
Well, he's got some work to do. The cut man's going to have to work a miracle because this guy was on the receiving end of some real damaging shots. And if he doesn't do something different defensively, it's going to get worse. And if it gets worse, the fight may be stopped.
You ready to fight? Ready.
We have arrived at the fourth round, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. Oh, just a nasty leg kick. That was hurt. That's hard to watch.
I mean, he is throwing those kicks with evil intent. He is trying to break his leg with every single kick.
Oh, big left. Well, we wondered earlier why there weren't as many body strikes. He's making up for lost time here. Shot to the body connects, and that bears watching. That's going to hurt this opponent. Nice combination on the feet, and now works it to a takedown. Oh, and he escapes up to his feet. Very nice.
Huge knee lands in place.
Oh, he's got him hurt badly now. Oh, stuffs the takedown without issue.
Oh, he did a great job of rotating him into an underhook.
Starting to do some really significant...
Man, he has a great double leg. My goodness, he has a great double leg.
All right, well, both fighters pretty comfortable on the ground, DC, but you got to be very careful hanging out here for too long if you're his opponent. Side control now, and certainly I would think more offensive options for the bottom.
He's in a dominant position. Look at him attacking the wrist.
Oh, he's got the Kimura locked in. Ooh, strong grip on the arm.
Look at him with all that pressure starting to get tight. How in the world did he escape that submission?
And he's back to his feet. Good sign for him there. Well, you've got to admire the urgency here. He is trying to keep the judges out of it, lighten up his opponent left and right. He's got that jab working, nicely done. All right, so a seminal blow earlier in the round. It wasn't a knockdown, but it was certainly a stunner that caught his attention.
Oh, I mean, he got hurt bad. To see him still standing.
Huge strike lands there, and somehow his opponent's chin held up.
His opponent's chin held up, but you do not want to be on the receiving end of those types of strikes. Great job not only reversing the position, but getting to your dominant position.
Oh, seamless transition to half guard there.
Unbelievable how quickly he was able to slice that leg through to get to the half guard.
All right, inside his opponent's guard here, DC. You don't want to play around here too long.
No, you got to either have two hands in or two hands out. Our guys start to attack triangles.
Not there yet, but might get the submission here shortly. Edwards is now dealing with a cheek cut. Horn sounds for the end of round 4. All right, this is it. You lose it. You got to go out there and use your striking. To win this one, you got to knock him out. Everything you got goes into this last round, you hear me? All right, there's the end of the round, so it was a huge strike to the head that stunned his opponent and nearly got him out of there.
Yeah, that was a big moment. A big strike lands, his opponent's on wobbly legs. That is exactly what you want to see as you're walking back to your stool. Your opponent staggering back to his corner and being hopeful that he can get it back together before the start of the next round.
You ready to fight? Ready.
We have arrived at this 5th and final round. Well, he continues to land a high number of strikes here, just like he did in the previous round. This is a world-class display of striking here tonight. Trying to kick the leg out.
Lands that beautiful jab.
He does everything so well, and he's so calm. He's so calm in the face of such a big spot.
All right, right into side control here, DC. Biggest difference between half guard and side control?
Well, side control to me feels like a little bit less control because now my legs aren't really doing anything anymore. Now I'm controlling you with my upper body. So I've got to be very, very aware. It's got to be careful here.
Brady's in half guard. All right, he's got side control here, DC. You know, he's got a lot of different submissions in his arsenal once this fight gets to the ground. All right, this position now what we call the north-south. If you're the bottom fighter, what are you trying to do to get out of harm's way?
Man, it's tough on the bottom. It's very tough because everything hurts, right? It doesn't matter that they're not completely driving the shoulder in. It just, everything hurts. So you wait for your opponent to go to his next action. And when he does, you go and attack the hands. You get to your knees and you attack the hands with both hands and try to peel the lock so you can get to your feet. Nice strike lands.
All right, well, time is the enemy now, DC, and he's really running out of it if he's going to get his hand raised tonight.
He's got to go forward. He's got to throw everything at his opponents to try and find that punch or that kick that's going to end the fight. There is no time for strategy.
Brady's in half guard now. All right, we'll see if he can apply pressure inside his opponent's guard here, DC.
Great ground and pound by this man.
Ooh, right into side control, DC.
This is where you want to be now because you get to make your opponent...
Well, not good body language from his opponent here, DC. He's curled up.
No, he's exhausted. He's been beaten.
Oh, pinpoint ground strike by him there, and that one opened up a cut. Less than a minute now to go in the round.
That was nice.
Oh, he's got the ground and pound going now. All right, crowd absolutely loving it as the fighters, however compromised, make their way back to the feet.
They may be tired, but that tiredness, that fatigue is warranted. That was a high-level grappling exchange. That was a beautiful hook. It landed perfectly, and it hurt his opponent very bad.
Oh, and there's the final horn. We go to the scorecards. One of the greatest fights that we have seen all year. All right, so the fighters go the distance here tonight, but it went a whole lot better for one of them than the other. Talk us through the replays, champ.
Some decisions are different than others, and his striking really did separate him from the competition. He fought so well in the stand-up game that he should get a very easy decision.
The official decision is in. It resides with Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score the contest, 50-45. Declaring the winner by unanimous decision, Sean Brady!
All right, Buff, thank you very much. If you like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, that was the fight for you. You had a grappler versus a striker, and the kickboxer really didn't have anything resembling an answer on them.
He spent too much time on the ground.
Yeah.
You cannot be forced there by this guy. Because if you're down there for an extended period of time, he's winning. And that's exactly where the fight took place, and he gets a massive decision victory.